Okay, doing back windows in under 2 minutes. I prefer the baby powder method. I know a lot of you guys like the dryer sheet or the soap method. Touch of baby powder gives me the float I need. Dryer sheets, those tend to make your film stick to the back window. Same with the soap method or wet shrinking. I never understood why we wanted the film to stick to the back window. Film will stretch, film will compress. You can stretch the film and you can compress the film. If the film sticks to the back window, you might not know where your fingers are. I'm going to do a straight horizontal wet line on this. That'll allow me to get a lot closer to the upper corners if I need to shrink them. As my other videos, I never take my film out of the box. Ooh, and that one's empty. One of the things, if you're going to do window tint, it's always nice to be able to see what you're doing. Amazon.com, 39 watt T5. Even though it's already tinted, still need to see to cut it. So we can cut a whole 4-door car, just stretching this across the B pillars or C pillars. Half the time it even lights up the quarters for you. Depending on the film used, I see a lot of people, they cut the back window, they shrink it, and they cut it again. I prefer only having to cut the window once. If your edges are burning as you heat it, get a different film. Now the glass on back windows is typically 3/16 to 1/4 inch thick, which also means the inside curve will be tighter than your outside curve. If I shrink the film to fit the outside of the window, I'll have fingers and problems on the inside. I like to over shrink the outside, which is something we can do with baby powder. And not have to worry about dealing with fingers after you're done with the vehicle. Now, you mentioned film stretches and compresses. If you go back to the 80s, 6-inch stripes, you stretch the film out. I'm going to tack a spot in the middle. By giving it a quick slap, I'm going to kind of stretch the film out before I shrink it, which gets rid of a lot of the fingers. Like I said, by not H'ing it out, I'll be able to get right up to the corners. And put my knife sideways so I don't damage the car. For heat, I use matte gas, TS8000 torch. You can light a cigarette off your heat gun, you can light it off your lighter. This runs matte gas about 30% hotter, and 8000 torch gives a lot wider flame. Depending on your film, how close you go. Typically, I like starting in the middle, getting the middle line down, bringing it out. And what we're going to do is over shrink this so when we're done, hopefully, there will be no fingers. Now, if I was using soap or dryer sheets, if I wipe my hand down, the film would stick. Typically, I don't want it to stick. I want to make sure it's completely shrunk. I'm actually trying to slow down so you can see what I'm doing here. And occasionally you might need to break your fingers up a little. Like I said, by working from the inside out, we can pull the fingers out of the corner where we mostly get burned down. With baby powder, you just got to remember, don't run your hand all the way down until the film lies flat. A little awkward, but you want the heat to go in the direction of your finger. Like I said, by not aging the film out, I can actually bring my hand up and shrink right to the very edge. This would have been a harder vehicle. A lot of people like wet checking. And again, if you wet the film, it's going to stick to your back window. And how do you really know if you have it? So I do what I call a double dry. On a double dry, since the powder's on here, I'm completely shrunk, but I can easily wipe the film out. If I don't have an edge completely lied down, and you can do this with a blowtorch too. And you can see I kind of have a smiley going on here. I can shrink that out. That's kind of like your backwards curved window if I over shrunk it by mistake. But technically, that's just going to wipe right out. Little one up here. Same thing at the bottom. This should only take 5-10 seconds typically. Since the film won't, or the powder will not let the film stick to the window, any little pop-ups will appear. Even still trying to move slow. Kind of like the Riker method, using heat above and below. I will typically let the car run with the rear defrost on to make the back window hot. And most cars, yeah, minute or two shrink time, tops. The other benefit you see right now, it's almost like the snapping technique. I peel the film up a little bit. I'm actually going to have to stretch this down. When I go to lay the film, instead of the standard routine, the film now actually, I call it the smiley face coming around. I'm going to squeegee lightly in the direction I did the film. After I get the film pretty much laid down, I take a pro handle and I squeegee with the defroster lines to get the excess water out. By going across the defroster lines on the first pass, I'm not restretching the film. I always squeegee it in the way I shrunk the film, and then when I'm done I will have 0 fingers on the side. I should have 0 fingers at the top and bottom. And like I said, with the glass being 1/4 inch thick, being over shrunk, I am now tighter than the inside curve, and it's going to lay beautifully and I won't fight fingers after the fact. Hope this helps you. Thank you.